Hey guys, welcome back, and please welcome our special guest, Shannon. Uh, let's call him Steve. I don't know. Any name that we could pretty much call a blanket of his head. Now, I usually use these for like sewing costumes or making heads or anything like this, but this one we're actually going to go ahead and use for our face painting. These are styrofoam. You can get these pretty cheap. They're usually like $1, and this one has gone through quite a workout. So, I am going to show you. Oops, sorry, got in the camera. I'm going to show you several different face paint designs. This, of course, is going to be one of the first ones. This is one of the pretty basic of face painting, and that's a tiger. A lot of kids love tigers. You know, every time I go to a party, they always want tigers. Like tiger faces, butterfly faces are really popular, dragon faces. But I'm going to show you. This is the kind of paints I use. Alright, these are called Snazaroo. I love this company. I'm not sponsored by them, but I just really love their quality. It's very light on the face. Like I have very sensitive face. I have very sensitive. I have a very sensitive face when it comes to all these kind of makeups. And these ones are very nice. So when I take my practice sponges, these ones I actually got from I think Joann's. They're like part of a whole kit like this. So you can get a whole bunch of little cheap sponges. They're great for covering. So we're gonna start off with our tiger face. For this one, you're only going to need 3 colors. Well, 4 colors. You're gonna need white, you're going to need brown, you're going to need black, and orange. So, taking my little sponge, I'm going to start with my white base. I'm not sure how it's going to show up on a white silicone face head, but we will see. Now, obviously, when you're doing this, the kids are going to be running around, they're going to want to be moving a lot, unlike Steven, where he's just a complete head. But usually you want to calm them down, you know, make sure, show them that's safe. If you want to, just take out your hand. Go, look, it's safe. Rub some on you, right there. Usually they're like, oh, okay, it's fine. Most kids are already excited to get their faces done. So, with your eyes closed, you're going to start with your white. You're going to build up a nice little eye layer here. I guess it's not really showing up, but you'll see it when we get the orange on. I'm just building up an eye layer here. Again, making sure that they keep their eyes closed. Take a little bit of white. Go on your upper lip here, and then across the chin. Basically making a white beard. You can joke around with the kids and like, oh, look, he got a beard. He's an old man. Old man. But you want to get that white coat on first. Again, you really can't see it because it's a white head, but you'll see it. Trust me, you'll see it. So now I'm going to go ahead and grab my orange, which I think I got rid of my orange sponge, but that's fine. Always cut a new one. Again, these things make great sponges. Just need a little snip here. And that's my sponge. Again, these are cheap too. So after you're done with a party, either clean them off with rubbing alcohol, let them dry overnight, or get yourself a bunch of new sponges. I'm taking my orange, getting a good layer on that. So you want a nice good layer. And you're just going to start filling in around all your white. Gentle taps will do ya. There's no need to push hard, especially when you have some moving kids. Follow up into the forehead, around your white. down into your face. Usually you will ask them to move. Now, if you have a kid that's moving a lot, like he's all over the place and you can't really do it, just try to tap him when you could get a clear shot. Again, that sounds pretty bad, but when you're dealing with a mover, that's basically what you gotta do. So now we got our orange done. We're gonna go ahead and move on to our brown. You're just gonna need a little bit for your shading here. Now for shading, you're gonna go right on the sides of the nose, just a little bit of brown there, and then just mix it in with your orange here. A little bit of brown, mix it in, just so you get a nice shade. And then on the corner of the eye here, you definitely want to hit that with brown. 1 and 2. Have a little bit on top too, just around the forehead. Bring it down a little bit, but not too much. So now, I know with the light, it doesn't look that good. If I can only dim that light. Anyway, work with what you got. You're gonna go and use not a fine tip paintbrush. You want a little bit of a medium, but not too bold. Take your black. And you don't want it to be runny. So just a little bit of water, do ya? Like so. Now I usually hit the eyes first because that's going to be one of your most sensitive areas. So from the tip of the eye, bring it up, and basically make a little bit of a triangle here. So you want something that looks like that. And we're trying to get the eyes done first because usually kids, they'll want to rub their eyes, they'll want to move around, and you want to just get those out of the way. Once you get your eyes done, then you can worry about the rest of it later. So now, the other side. So you should have 2 nice little triangles with a little indent on them. Grab a little bit more black since it doesn't like to show up well on styrofoam. Trust me, it shows up better on skin. Now when I'm going to take my English. When I go and put my paintbrush in, I'm also rolling it to a nice fine point here. So we're gonna go ahead and work at the top of the head down also. So from here I'm going to take my middle, bring it out, and make a bit of a curve here. Like so. Foreheads are usually pretty predominant when it comes to face painting, so you want to have a lot of detail up here. Especially when people take photos of it, they're definitely going to like try to get the forehead in. I'm just going to mirror my way down, make a bunch of different stripes here, but not fully coming to a point. Usually have one line extend out here. Now I'm going to go underneath the cheek here. Give me a good bold one here. Trying to fill in the styrofoam as much as I can for you. Mine comes out here. another right here. Now right about here where we have our white, I usually do one good one here. And if you want to go ahead and add a few coming off here, usually you like to branch them off. Like so. Now we get the majority of our striping done. Gonna go ahead and hit that lip. You want to do the lip last because a lot of kids still want to go ahead and like push your lips together, or they're gonna want to eat, or they're gonna start rubbing it off. You definitely want to do your lips last. So I'm just gonna take from the tip of my nose down. Get that upper lip, and then bring it around to a nice point here. Hit the other side, upper lip, down to a nice point. Bottom lip, you want to do a little bit here, but not so much. You're just going to go ahead and drag these out like so. While we're here on the lip, give a few spots, usually four. Four will do you. And go for your tiger beard done here. Just go ahead, do simple stripes up, a nice quick motion. Make a second pass. I'm just going ahead and just flicking it up. Like so. Now if you want to get fancy, go ahead and do the under eye here. To a nice cat point. That's if they're very still. Don't do it if you have like a big mover on you. But if you have a professional painter, which is what you usually want, you know, somebody who's like 10 years old or someone who knows the ins and outs of face paint, you could get really fancy with this. Like you go ahead and add a few extra swirls up here. I'm just going to go ahead and swirl the tip here because whoever this is holding very still. I get really detailed here. And usually the more details you add to a piece, you know, people tend to like it more, kids like it more, but then you end up with like a big mover and like you can't get a good you can't get a good face on them, but they'll still run over to the other one. It's like, look how fancy I am. I've seen it all. So here we're gonna go ahead and add a nice little swirl here. Add some swirls to this tip here. Again, only doing it if they could hold very, very still. And then around here, if they're being very nice, you add the little swirls here. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Add another one here. So now that's done. You can either do a brown nose or you can do a pink nose. I frankly think the brown nose is a little bit better because it's going to accent a little bit more. Pink nose, you know, only if they request it. Sometimes if girls usually get the tiger and they get the pink nose, or if they want to do like a rainbow pattern. So I'm just going to go over the nose. Being careful not to go inside the nostril here. So, again, be very careful. You just want to do the tip. You don't want to do the full here. Usually a human nose, if you do just the right amount around the nostrils and have the point at the end, you'll actually get a pretty decent tiger nose here. That goes with clown noses. If you're going to do a scary clown, which will probably be the next video, I'll show you. I'll clean them up and then we'll show you like some scary stuff. But yeah, taking my black now. This is my thin liner right here. It's a very, very small one. You can see that. Look how small that is. I'm going to go ahead and add a point to my tiger nose here. Just bring it around. This is my detail brush. You at least want to have one good detail brush. This is good for like small details, small lines, just the little things. And using my small detail brush, I'm going to go ahead and add little dots here. Try to keep them in groups of 3 whenever face painting. 3 dots, 3 lines. It's nothing with like an Illuminati, but it just adds a little extra. One, 2, 3. And that is how we do a tiger face. I'm going to bring this up so you can get a nice, good view. Because hopefully this camera, well, this light is not blurring it out too much. So there you go. That's how you do a really nice tiger face. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. Kids always like tiger faces. So guys, I will see you in the next one. You know, if you like the face painting, you know, let me know. I'm not going to be one of those people who are like, oh, hit a like, hit a subscribe, hit a like, you know, all this stuff. You know, if you want to see more, I'll have more. For the next one, we're going to go and do something scary for Halloween. I'm going to show you actually how to make a really scary clown. Alright, so I will see you in the next one. Bye!